Question number 15. Express the function fx in the form of the completing the square form. Hence, sketch the graph for the function for the domain x is from 0 to 8. For this question, we need to sketch the graph, right? Before we sketch a graph, we need to do completing the square. And then for part B, we need to solve the problem involving completing the square. So now I would like to discuss how to sketch the graph first. First of all, how to do completing the square is, let's have a look how to do completing the square. So you have 2x squared here. You notice that the completing the square, you must have a perfect square here and one value. Alright, so the step that you must follow is step 1, a must be 1. Step 2, you must make sure you plus b over 2 square and then you minus out b over 2 square at the same time. And then step 3, you have to write in this form. Okay, so now let's do it here. I'm going to find a space to write. Okay, so we have many steps involved. So as usual, we will use the function and then we will factorize. Okay, we'll factorize the x, the 2 we take out, the x squared inside, alright, and then we minus the, let's see, this is a question. We divide by 2. Every terms we divide by 2. Alright, we divide by 2. So it's minus 10. This is minus 10x. After we take out the 2, we must divide by 2 for every term, inclusive of the 42 also. We divide by 2. That's how we do. Alright, so now I'm going to show you. So this one should be 10x plus 21. So if you multiply back, you expand back, you get the same answer. Alright, you get 2x squared minus 20x plus 42 like just now. Now, we are going to do completing the square. So basically, when you want to do completing the square, you must identify the b. So what you need to do is you just copy everything. Here, you leave some space for you to add the half of the b and minus at the same time half of the b. That is the way. Alright. Okay, so we are going to take the b. This is a b. Negative 10 divided by 2. So it's this. So we will simplify to negative 5 squared. So we can plug in negative 5 here, negative 5. Alright. So after that, we can simplify the fx is just this 3 into 1 perfect square. Just get one of these and one of these. Alright, if minus here should be minus. Like that. It's very simple. Completing the square. Follow the step. Here, be very careful. This is minus, right? This one, when you square, you have to square first. You will get positive. Negative 5 times negative 5 times negative and negative will become positive. So the perfect square, the square comes first before you minus. Plus 21. Be very careful when you solve. We are still having the things not in the form that we want. Okay, later I will show you. We simplify this one first, negative 4, right? And then finally, you have to follow the standard way of writing, meaning that you have to take this one times, but times with the 1 here, it become this, and then this one times with the -4, so you will get -8. From here, after you have reached a completing a square form, you can just take the perfect square, make it 0, and x is 5, and this value is actually your minimum value if a is positive. All right, so you have the point which is so-called minimum point. Okay, for this minimum point, when you sketch a graph, it will look like this. Okay, we need to sketch a graph, right? So basically, when you sketch a graph, you must find minimum point. Other than that, you must also find the intercept, x-intercept and y-intercept. Alright, this is x, this is a function. So how to find the x-intercept and y-intercept is you go to the function. So I'm going to show you this is step 1. Step 1 is we always find the turning point. So we have the turning point already, right? So the step 2 is you have to find the step 2 x-intercept. For x-intercept, we always let the function 0, let fx equal to 0. So we will solve it. So we can always choose this one. We can choose this one, 2x squared. We can even write like this, 2x squared minus 10x plus 21 equal to 0. So this one bring over, so x squared minus 10x plus 21 equal to 0. So we factorize, we got x minus 3, x minus 7 equal to 0. So we have two values of the x-intercept, 3 and 7. So in fact, you can write the x-intercept as 3, 0 and 7, 0. Alright, these are the x-intercept. After step 2, we have to find, this is step 2 that you need to follow. We have to find step 3, which is y-intercept. Y-intercept is quite simple because you just look at the function. This is a function. Let step 3, let x 0. You want to find the y-intercept. For y-intercept is simple. This is y-intercept, right? Okay, y-intercept. Okay, just let x 0. So it's very simple. Your fx is, just look at that. You have 2 times 21, right? You have your function is like that. Okay, plus 42 right here. So that means everything here will be 0 off because you substitute f0, right? So it's for a y-intercept is easy. You just substitute, you get answer 42. Alright, so you go to the graph. You just sketch a nice U shape first. Sketch a nice U shape first before you label. Okay, I'm going to show you how to sketch a nice quadratic function, right? You see, you have all the important value already, right? So what you need to do is, you don't have to plot the point first. You just label these 3 things first, and then you sketch a nice U shape like this. Alright, here you label. Finally, then you label. Right, y-intercept 42, x-intercept 3 and 7, right? Minimum point, just now what is our minimum point is here. Minimum point, it must be labeled. It's 5 and -8. That means here 5, here -8. Done. That is called sketching of the quadratic function. Find the point first. After that, draw the axis, label the origin, and then after that, sketch the shape of the quadratic function. If U shape, you sketch a U shape. But before you sketch, you have to estimate the x-intercept and y-intercept. And finally, then you label. Alright, so that is how you sketch a nice shape. A nice, beautiful quadratic function shape. That's all my sharing on how to sketch quadratic function. Alright, so I will discuss a part B in next video. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day. Let's see the answer for question number 15. Now you need to sketch a nice U shape and label 42, 3, 7 and the minimum point. And the axis of symmetry must be correct with the value of the minimum point must be correct. And then the sketch the parabolic shape passes through 5, -8, 1 mark. Minimum point correct, parabolic shape 1 mark, and the x-intercept and y-intercept must be there. See, this is a y-intercept, this is a x-intercept. Right, that's how you get 4 marks for the sketching of the quadratic function.